Disclaimer, disclaimer, please do not attempt to contact anybody that we talk about in this video, anybody that you might see on the screen. This is all my commentary and opinion on a publicly available video. Viewer discretion advised, trigger warning, may contain graphic and disturbing details relating to the crimes against children. Okay, let's finish this slop that Lady Victoria Hervey, I'm sorry, Miss Victoria Hervey, has come out to spill all over us. Let's watch it.
Years people have been fighting, these young girls have been fighting to be heard,
really?
Fighting to make sure the world knows what happened to them.
So how much money have you made from this?
And finally, the US government is starting to release the documents that verify what these girls have been saying all along.
The FBI just verified it's not a sex trafficking ring. Okay.
Okay, is this the same FBI that apparently is hiding additional documents and deleting names that are in those documents?
I don't
is it
know,
the same
but that's
FBI that we're talking
what's
about?
happening. So
she is just so smug. She's just like, I don't know, but that's just what's happening. Whatever they say, that's what it is, and we all just gotta, us little slaves, just gotta go along with it.
Yeah,
it's out there. Even
don't...
ABC News, which is, you know, not always the most reliable.
Victoria, here's what I just find completely baffling. That even with this unbelievable
and they also spoke about Virginia.
No, hang on, let me finish.
Virginia lied.
Let me finish, please. Let me finish, please.
Yeah.
Let me finish. Even.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Notwithstanding a 3 million document dump of files, which reveal the most horrific stuff going on with Epstein, with Ghislaine Maxwell, with others, you still just want to pretend there's nothing to see here. Why?
I'm not pretending there's nothing to see here. I'm just stating what the FBI have come to the conclusion it was not a sex trafficking ring.
Well, nobody's seen that.
Which means Ghislaine is in jail for not trafficking to anybody. So she should be released right away.
She was found guilty.
There it is. That is really, I think, what's behind all of this push that she keeps trying to do is, therefore, Ghislaine should be released, because that's really her friend at the end of the day. That's her buddy. That's her buddy. She's, you know, in a lot of photos with Ghislaine. She's been riding with Ghislaine a long time. Ghislaine's like a big sister to her, don't you know? She was even in that documentary about Ghislaine on Netflix.
But there are no clients. There was no client list, Piers. You're not understanding it. I like you a lot.
You're not understanding.
She
was convicted and sent to prison.
I know, it's very frustrating for people like you, because it's just like the media has built it up into this huge thing. Yeah.
The media hasn't wanted to talk about it until Pam Bondi, essentially, until Pam Bondi decided that, you know, she was just going to lie to everybody. That was like really, truly when the media started covering this. Up until that point, I would say they would have rather covered anything but this. And that's the truth. That's the truth.
Yes, obviously, Jeffrey Epstein was a spy. Like, that is true. Like, he was working for various different intelligences. We know that. But the fact is, he was not lending out the girls to his friends.
There are literal emails of him doing just that, Victoria Hervey. Apparently, you haven't gone through these files that much, because you don't even have to look very far to see something like that pop up. Gosh, she's so ridiculous. She's just like Trump. They think that they can just come out here. They're assuming people aren't going to put in the work and read any of this stuff. And they just come out here and just say stuff. Like Trump, like when he came out and said, yep, well, I'm exonerated. I'm exonerated. These files have exonerated me, even though he's all up in them, definitely not being exonerated. So, like, you can't just, those days are over. You just coming out here and declaring something does not make it so. Does not make it magically so.
He was.
Really?
We know that he was.
Everybody knows he was.
Sir, I don't know what your name is, the lawyer, but you obviously made a lot of money from this. Can you tell us what?
She is refusing to even acknowledge him without bringing that up, about him being a lawyer. So it's like, just because he's a lawyer and represents these victims, he's not allowed to say anything on behalf of the victim? Is that what you're saying, Victoria? That doesn't even make any sense. That's his job.
You made from this?
Can you tell us what you've done with Mr. Andrew? Can you tell us about your relationship with him and what he's told you?
I haven't seen
Why
him in
don't you
many
talk
years.
to us about what he's admitted to you?
I'm defending him because I know he is not guilty.
She literally just said, I haven't seen him in many, many years. And then right after said, I am defending him because I know he's not guilty. If you've barely seen him in all these years, how can you possibly know without a shadow of a doubt that he's innocent? Yeah.
And you know this because he told you this?
How do you know
and he
that?
talked to you about it?
How do you know?
I know.
I just know.
I've looked.
Oh, there we go. I just know. That's why I'm coming out here and defaming and thrashing people like Virginia and other victims just because I just know. Because I just know. I just know.
I've been very good so far. I was right about COVID. I was right about the vaccines. I was right about BLM. I'm right about this.
All right, Katie Nichol, let me bring you back.
I just love those long pauses after everything she says. Like none of these people look at their faces. They are just aghast. They are just aghast. Like, who the fuck is this woman and what's wrong with her? I mean, it's clear. Like I said, this woman, as soulless as she is not coming out here because she truly cares about Andrew in any way or whatever. She cares about power. She cares about being close to power. And I don't know, maybe she's defending all this, maybe because she's guilty of some of this stuff. I mean, honestly, that makes sense because honestly, if you diminish it and things like that, you're helping yourself. I mean, I don't know what the answer is. I just know that she's a liar and she clearly does not. I mean, I don't want to say she doesn't have a soul, but oh my God, some of the things she just says are just so heartless, just heartless and evil, just evil. And I'm going to keep calling out evil, especially this kind of evil. We will not stand for her to come out here and say, sit there and try to accuse these victims and survivors while simultaneously defending and protecting the men who harmed and exploited them. No, we're not going to stand for that. It's ridiculous, and those days are over. And shame on you, Piers Morgan. I know you kick her off your show in the next clip, but still, shame on you, because you know who she is. You know what she's about. You knew this would happen. You wanted it for views, so shame on you, too. But anyways, I'll be back with the last clip, because it gets way worse. It gets way worse.